All right, team. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everyone is doing well this morning. It is Friday, January 17th. Hope everyone's doing well. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late today. My son made me play Sonic Mania with him, and I had to beat the boss Eggman this morning. And we did it. We won the game. It took us like solid 3 months to beat, but we won Sonic. Hope everyone's doing well. I like this song. This song's cool. What's up, Blake? What's up, man? Alright, guys. So what's moving this morning? Honestly, I haven't even looked at the stock market today. Let me see what we got. We got SNCA, which is moving a little bit. Fridays are actually my best day in the market after looking at my stats, believe it or not. We got TLRD moving some. I see Mitch in here. Let me get Mitch in here. Let me open up Discord. What's up, Miguel? What's up, man? Oh, we don't even have Mitch in here yet. Alright. I don't know, man. I'm still taking a look at him, so just give me a second, team. Bear with me. Let me take a look at the market right now. I'm building a list as we speak. We got Play, which I believe is Dave and Buster's. Yeah, Dave and Buster's gapping up some. Alright, we got Pinterest gapping up some, that's worth a watch too. I'm building a list right now. We got STT, LK moving, Snap, FSLY. Alright, so my gap ups this morning, I'll go ahead and post this though. This song is called A Lot on My Plate. A Lot on My Plate by _91 Nova. That's who the name is. That's a dope song, right? This is one of my favorite songs. Like, we just picked it, or I just picked out some new music yesterday, and this was one of those songs that I listened to, and I was like, this is a dope song. I like it. I'm going to put this on my list, and we're going to listen to this during the stream. Alright, but yeah, so, I'm gonna go ahead and build my watch list and include it here in the chat real quick. I know I'm missing a few. Alright, so yeah, this is my list mostly today. We'll see what else we can find. That's mostly what I'm watching right now. Alright, guys, so we got a few gap downs too. I'll start looking up some news, I guess. What do you guys think I should do? You think I should shave my beard? My wife's bugging me to shave my beard. Do you think I should shave my beard or not shave my beard? Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Like I said, my wife wants me to shave it. All right, there we go. I had to fix my green screen a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and start looking up some news. All right, so just to take a look at some stuff here. We got SNCA, which is moving some very low volume, though. It's not really my favorite, in all honesty. We got TLRD, which gapped up to 585. It's at 488 now. Looks like, let's see, float of about 50 million, so medium-sized float. We got PRGS, which looks all right, and this one's worth a watch. I'll definitely watch this one. We got Dave & Buster's PLAY gapping up here. That looks interesting. We got FTSV. That looks good. We got APPN. We've got Pinterest, PINS, which looks good. It's now the third most popular social media platform in the world. We got STT. That looks good. We got Rio. We got Snapchat popping off here from 825 to 890. We have NIO, Tesla's competitor. INMD moving some. Yeah, and that's about it. I mean, I don't see much else that I really like. We also have the big mover from yesterday, NK, which is worth a watch. I'm going to keep an eye on NK here as well. And yeah, that's about it. Like I said, we got LK too. So NK, LK, a few other gappers that I included in the chat. And let's go ahead and start looking up some news today. All right, so the first one, I'm just going to start with the top of the gappers list here. And we're going to go over that. I don't see actually any news for SNCA. And so it looks like it's just kind of gapping up just to gap up here. But yeah, it's worth the watch. I'm not seeing any catalyst specifically for this one. We do have TLRD, which is gapping up some TLRD. And so TLRD, let's see if we can find the news. So this one is up after the company agreed to sell Joseph Abboud trademarks to WHP Global for $115 million. So it sounds like they're selling one of their businesses to Joseph Abboud trademarks. They're selling Joseph trademarks to WHP Global for $115 million for TLRD. And so that's what's going down with this one. They're just selling one of their sector companies to WHP Global for 115 mil. That's worth the watch today. We'll see what happens with TLRD. We also have Kirk, which I believe is Kirkland's, if I'm not mistaken. No? Yeah, Kirkland's. We'll see what happens. This is kind of Costco's brand. We're going to watch Kirkland's here. We got PRGS pushing up here. Kirkland's is up after the company announced it plans to close. Let's see. Wait, so Kirkland's announced that they are planning to close 27 stores in early 2020 to reduce expenses, and they appointed Woody Woodward. What kind of name is that, man? This dude's name is Woody Woodward as CEO. I guess I can't really say anything, but it sounds like a fictional name. Woody Woodward. My question is, I'm assuming Woody's not his real name and that they're just naming him Woody, basing it off of his last name as like a nickname, is my assumption there, but maybe I'm wrong here. If his parents actually named him Woody Woodward, I feel bad for him, man. But he's the CEO of Kirkland, so I guess I can't say much. I mean, he's probably shining on me. But yeah, that's what's going on with Kirkland's. Yeah, they announced plans to close 27 stores, which is probably why this gap up wasn't so significant. And they also said they're doing so to reduce expenses for 2020, and they appointed Woody Woodward as the CEO of Kirkland. So we'll see what happens. Interesting to watch there. All right, and then we have PRGS. PRGS looking solid here, and this one is up after the company reported better than expected fourth quarter results, and they also announced an increase in buyback authorizations from 75 million to 250 million. So positive fourth quarter results for PRGS, which is progress. We'll keep an eye on this one, see what happens with it as well. Then we also have PLAY, which is Dave & Buster's. I haven't seen as many Dave and Buster's as I usually see around here, so. Oh man, I'm seeing everybody comment on my beard question. All right, so we got one, keep the beard. We got AYOUBs that says I look much better with it. Thank you, brother. Thank you, I appreciate it. JB says happy wife, happy life. Yeah, that's kind of, you know. Here's the real battle here. My daughter loves the beard. She calls it whiskers. She loves the beard. I guess probably because I look older. So my daughter likes the beard, right? My wife hates it with a passion. And to be quite honest, I dislike the beard. I don't really like it. The reason I don't like it is because it's hard to eat all of my favorite foods. If I'm eating nachos or a cheeseburger, it gets messy. Food gets in the beard. It's very difficult to eat comfortably with the beard. And, you know, that's the only issue I have with it. Grow it ZZ Top style? Yeah, man. Keep it, shave it. I'm old, even I know scruff is dated. I guess so, JB. I guess so, brother. IMBI. Yeah, man. Honestly, Bill Buckmaster is like a dope name, man. Like, especially if you're like a hunter. Like Buckmaster, you know, that just, you know what I mean? Plus, buck is like a term for like a pack leader, you know? Or like a boy, like a manly thing, you know what I mean? And so that's not a bad name. Woody Woodmaster, that one, I don't know, man. You know, honestly, if you guys knew my full name, you wouldn't understand. I really can't talk about crazy names if you guys knew my full name. And so I'm not even gonna say anything. There's a proctologist name in Houston named Dr. Butts. Hey, that's good for business though. Let's be real here. Alright. But yeah, play Dave and Buster's. Let's check out play here, see what's going on with Dave and Buster's, if we have anything. Alright, so Dave and Buster's, they had a few stuff that came out with this one recently. The most recent one is they had a 13D filing from KKR that showed a 6.3% stake in Dave & Buster's. Honestly, here's the thing though. I think Dave & Buster's is running into some competition. And the reason I think that is because I used to see a lot more Dave & Buster's in my area, but recently other big corporations like them have sprouted up. Like now we have like Main Event, which is equivalent to like a clone of Dave & Buster's. There's like a bowling alley, there's a bar, there's pool tables, and there's games, right? And so it's like a clone of Dave & Buster's. And honestly, I like Main Event a little bit more than Dave & Buster's. But I think that what Dave & Buster's does is repeatable. And so that's the question. Maybe. But yeah, but yeah, they found out KKR showed a 6.3% stake in Dave & Buster's for PLAY. We'll see what happens with that one. Worth a watch as well. I'm going to move on to Pinterest here, PINS. Alright, so the price target was raised in Pinterest to $30 a share from $28 by Wells Fargo. And it looks like, yeah, so I guess that's all that's going on with Pinterest, is that it was upgraded, or is that the price target was raised. We'll see what happens. Tesla, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, so new price target of $30 a share for PINS for Pinterest. So we'll see what happens with that one. It's worth a watch as well. We got a few other ones like NIO specifically popping off here. NIO. I don't see anything really except for that NIO is very active. And again, this is like the Chinese Tesla. So we'll see what happens with this one. Yeah, and that's another thing as well. Movie theaters are getting way better, dude. Way better, man. I mean, they're always super expensive, but now they have like waiters in movie theaters that'll bring me alcohol or they'll bring me my meals. And like, I'm one of those guys that goes to movie theaters and spends like way too much money on food, because I just spend too much money on food. But yeah, and so that I'm there, you know. I went and saw one of the latest Star Wars movies, and they waited on me there. It was great. I didn't have to get up from my seat. Because honestly, with my wife, we're always late. We're always late to the movie theater. Every time we go, we're late. And so it's good to have them serve the food. But yeah, NIO pop it off. We'll see what happens with that one. We got STT moving a little bit. FSLY, INMD. Yeah, I don't see too much going on. Tesla's dropping down. We can check out Tesla, see what the deal is with this one. Yeah, my son actually had his birthday party at a jumpy house, or not a jumpy house, at a trampoline park. And it was fun, man. Like I said, I'm not one of those parents that are just going to sit around. I'm going to go jump if I'm there. I'm still young, so if I go to a trampoline park, I'm jumping, man, you know. And plus, I was watching my son. Really, I was just jumping at the trampoline park. But it was fun. Those things were fun. They had like a tight rope at the top. You could walk over everybody and then like jump down. It was cool. But yeah, Tesla dropping some this morning. Alright, so Tesla shares were downgraded to underweight, with Morgan Stanley citing valuation, China risk as concerns. This happened yesterday. This came out about midday yesterday. They also said Tesla's fourth quarter vehicle registrations in Cali have nearly halved year on year, so they've cut in half. And so I think that's what's going down with Tesla. It still popped off. This news came out midday yesterday, and it still kind of popped off, which is interesting here. Yeah, Tesla registrations in California were down 47%. It's still over 500, and so I think the stock's healthy. I think Tesla is one of the fastest growing car companies in the world right now. But we'll see if this is a valid price for it. I'm not really sure. Mitch is more of the analytical guy with Tesla, and so we'll ask him when he gets here. But for me, I mean, I think I like Tesla. I think we're going to have small-time swings, and I think that one of the reasons that vehicle registrations are probably going to have dropped, because everybody kind of got in, you know, Teslas, everybody started buying them, and they did so well that, you know, it's naturally going to slow down some. It's not just going to always, everybody's just always going to be buying Tesla, because let's be real here, Tesla is a luxury car. I know people aren't going to act like it is, but it's for the most part a luxury car. People buy it for a luxury and to kind of be seen with it. You know, I wouldn't necessarily call it a supercar because it's not, but it's a luxury car that also is kind of somewhat tapped into the tuner market, where people strip down the weight in their Teslas, and those things are fast when you do that. They're fast regardless, but I think Tesla is strong long term, but I think you might see some short term swings on the downside as well. But again, pure speculation. Not really much of a long-term investor, to be honest. We'll watch it at the open and see what happens, though. We also have Snapchat, SNAP gapping up here, so we could check that out as well. Alright, so Snapchat had the price target raised to $24 from $16 by UBS. It was raised to a buy rating from a neutral rating by UBS. So they upgraded it to 24 and raised it to a buy rating. That's about it. That's what's going on with Snap. So it's just an upgrade, price target raised with it. So let's check out the gap downs, and if you guys have anything else specifically you want me to look at, let me know. AEMD is one of those stocks that I wish I would have bought a put option on. So yeah, they put out a direct offering at $2 a share, a 1.885 million share offering at $2 per share for AEMD. And that's what went down for this one. And it's not surprising. Companies pump their stocks up and then they put offerings on them once they're at higher prices to reap the benefits of that. And that's a very common thing in the market, and that's what we got with AEMD. So yeah, we'll see what happens with it. Worth a watch, but yeah, gapping down after that $2 offering. We got LIFE, which is ATYR Pharmacy. So yeah, they're doing the same thing, a stock offering. It's a 17.25 million common stock offering. Not really much other data to come out, but that's what it is with LIFD or LIFE. We got Life gapping down, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, we got a few other ones like EXPD, JBHT, but none of the gap downs are really voluminous or anything. They're mostly pretty dull, honestly. CETX, maybe M&I was a big mover yesterday. It's down. INAP, we got INTAP. So we'll see what happens, but that's about it. The overall market itself is still breaking highs, man. The market's super strong. Still breaking highs. Honestly, I've been thinking about doing another investment property, but I don't want to when the prices are this high. You know, I don't want to when the prices are this high. I think that's an easy way to lose money, and so I'm kind of waiting for a dip in everything before I start to invest a little bit more because, man, it's just too high for me, honestly, if there is such a thing. Yeah, that's plausible, R. Smith. I could see that. All right. TCON yesterday. So yeah, R. Smith says, fake news. The only reason why registrations are down is because most of the deliveries happen in the last few days of the quarter and the DMV doesn't update the numbers properly. Like I said, that's plausible. I could see them doing that. I think there's a lot, I'll put it this way. I think there's a lot of bears with Tesla. I think a lot of people are holding short. A lot of people, for some reason, just don't like Tesla. I think a lot of it has to do with their buying the hype that the coal and fossil fuel industry puts out there because they don't like really successful electric cars, and so I think that there's a lot of kind of propaganda with like good, bad stuff like that floats around in the overall market. I'm not saying I agree or that I disagree with any of it. I'm just saying that, you know, whenever you're gonna have a super successful electric car company, the fossil fuel industry is going to counter because it threatens their entire business model, and I understand that. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying I agree or disagree with it. I'm just saying that there's a lot of bears with Tesla, and you know, we'll see what happens. It should be fun. There's a lot of bag holders with Tesla as well, so we'll see. It's interesting to watch for sure. I have a rental for sale with tenants. Where's it at, though, JB? Because honestly, I was looking more in like the Colorado area. I was also thinking about maybe Airbnb-ing it out. And so it just depends on whether that would be like a plausible investment for Airbnb and stuff like that. What's up, Jerry? What's up, man? I saw some dude tweet he lost 400,000 on Tesla this December. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, I'm not. This is why I don't hold long term, man. I'm just not a long term holder. Yeah, just message me. Message me in Discord, JB, if you want to talk about it, brother. It depends, man. It depends on where you are. Like I said, if it's Cali, you know, there's no way I'm gonna be able to buy an investment property in California just because, you know, here in Texas, I could buy a good 4-bedroom investment property that I can rent out, you know, make a solid income every month for like, I could probably buy a 4-bedroom nice house here in Texas for like $220,000 maybe, you know, and that's like a nice 4-bedroom, good neighborhood. You know, I try to buy that same property in Cali, it's gonna be running $2-3 million, and like I don't have $2 or $3 million to invest into it, and so yeah, it just depends on where you are, bro. You in Cali, I can't do it, you know. TYHT putting in electric charging stations in China. Yeah, I mean, but we've had a few different companies that have done that. Blink, BLNK was another one a while back, like a few years ago, and it hasn't really done much. So the electric charging station sector is a thing, but I haven't heard much from it lately. I mean, yeah, but what's the average price over there? Long Island? Like I said, the farther north we get, the worse the prices are going to be. And it's not necessarily worse. I'll put it into perspective. It's not worse. It's just how much properties cost over there. But you also get paid more as you live there. And so it's like, if I make $100,000 a year here in Texas, that's a lot of money for Texas. That's well above the median income of the state, right? For Texas. But 100K up north in, you know, Jersey or New York, it's not really that much, you know. And so it depends, you know, but it's just a huge difference with the different parts of the country. Oh, you're in Deer Park here in Houston, JB. Oh, okay. So I'm guessing it's a cheap investment property. No, I vaguely remember Deer Park. Very nice, guys. Yeah, we'll have a meetup one day, team. We'll have a meetup. You know, we should, man. Grab a few beers. Where's Mitch at, man? All right, well, I guess I'm going to start looking up some of the overall market news today. Like I said, market's up. Market's up to 331s. Yeah, I'm assuming Deer Park is probably a pretty common neighborhood name. All right, we're gonna go ETF preview for the day for the overall market. And again, I'm reading this, and this is quoting from MT Newswire's team. MT Newswires is where this is quoting from. Oh wait, hold on, guys. I tried. Hold on, let me make sure I did something today. I think I did. Wait, I figured it out. Alright, hold on, guys. Sorry, I gotta mess with my YouTube for a second. Then we're gonna go over the ETF preview of the news. There we go. There he is. Hey, is the music loud, guys? Let me know how it sounds. I don't think it is. Pearland? Yeah, I like Pearland. It just depends. Okay, yeah, good. We're good. Yeah, man. I'm in North Houston. I'm not in Houston. I'm just in I'm in the Houston area. The Houston area is so broad that it's, you know what I mean? Like I'm in a suburb on the outskirts of Houston. I'll put it that way. That's the easiest way to say it. Nah, I'm all about that Rudy's life. Y'all want some good barbecue? You ever come to Houston? Go to Rudy's Barbecue. Super fire barbecue. Super fire barbecue. What's the music like? Music good? No? Yeah? Good? Bad? What's up, Mitch? It's perfect.
What's up, man?
What's up, dude? Here, hold on. I'm trying to get the music right. Hold on. Mitch is here. I gotta.
It's fine.
Well, honestly, I'm gonna have to change it anyway because whenever you join, I have to turn it down and then adjust it so we can hear you. So we're gonna have to do another mic check, 1, 2, in a second, guys. So no stress. All right, say something.
What's going on, guys? How we doing out there?
What's up, bro? All right, so we got Mitch in here. Let me know how the volume is, if the music needs to be loud or lower. I just adjusted it, so we should be good. Yeah, Rudy's is super fire. Man, that's one of my favorite places to eat. Amarillo. That's cool, man. Alright. What's up, Mitch? I was just about to go over the market news, but if you got stuff you want to go over, go ahead. I'll go over the market news afterwards.
Yeah, I don't have too much, so I can go through it. Just checking out some other gappers right now. But yeah, let's get through it. All right, so on the kind of earnings side, we can take a look at GPS. That's Gap. Gap, trying to gap up here.
Yeah.
So with Gap, the big thing with Gap was they were trying to do a spin-off with Old Navy. I really think Old Navy is the only thing that can save this stock. But as you can clearly see here, they're actually telling you that they're not going to spin them off, meaning that they think that their Gap store, original store, is still being able to make some profits. They actually raised guidance for 2019, saying that they now expect earnings per share to be moderately above its previously suggested range of $1.70 or $1.75. So that's really what you're getting. Old Navy is really a budget brand and a major source of revenue for Gap. So you'll see how it does today. It's actually up about 4%, trading above now $19. Next stop for this stock would be up there towards 1960s and 20s. So we'll see if it gets some drive today and get some buys out the open. That's GPS. All right, guys. So on the rating side, we got a couple of ratings. So I'm going to run through them really quickly. If you guys want to stop on any chart or kind of go over that stock, just let me know in the chat and I'll go back to it. And then we can kind of run through it if we want to break it down a little bit more. For the downside, we got eBay getting hit, guys. eBay has been getting hit often. Ever since this 39 kind of down shadow here to 35, it's been trying to hold 35, and it looks like we're going to be starting to head towards that 35. I would look for maybe a down move towards 34s today. So if we can break 35s, it'll be really interesting. I really want to hold this 35.50. If it can hold that kind of bearish pattern that it has pre-market and just get really hit at 35.25s, I'll look for this one to get down to 35 and then bounce back up there.
That's cool. I haven't even seen eBay. I mean, Amazon has come through and just kind of taken over that space. As somebody that's trying to sell
others
those
people too.
Huh?
Not only Amazon, but there's other people in that
for sure.
space too now.
Yeah. Well, no. Every day I see a new marketplace app, a new marketplace.
Exactly.
App. Every single day. Oh,
I think
Let
Facebook
Go,
even hit this one.
Yeah. Facebook, that's a big hit to a lot of them. And so I think eBay is on the bottom end of it. I think eBay is mostly filled with counterfeits now, to be completely honest. I think if you want to make real money, you can make it on eBay, but I also think that like Amazon is a much better marketplace. They're way more buyer friendly, and so they attract more buyers like that. They attract more confidence and credibility with buyers, specifically. And that Amazon, doesn't allow all the counterfeit and stuff like that on their platform. eBay is just rampant with it, just rampant with it. And so people that want reliability go to Amazon, or to be completely honest. And eBay is kind of like the Wild West, and so it's like you can make money on eBay, but Amazon's going to be more stable. at least.
Yeah, I mean, you could look at their weekly chart. You can see they've been going up since, what are we looking in here? 1999 is when the eBay started up here. And they've been going up and up and up and up. I think this is when we're going to start seeing the peak of the chart at 40. If it can get back to 40, that would be a great thing for the stock. But I think that's it. You might never see this stock back up there at 40. And you could see the stock, I think, eventually at the end of the year, down here in the 25s or $20. One of the things is I think it's just going to get swept off his feet. Money will start dropping. And if money starts dropping and profitability starts dropping, then you can clearly see that the competitors have taken over. We'll take a look at it today. We got a downgrade from equal weight to underweight, so meaning that it's not performing with the market. So pay attention for that one today to drop. I'll be looking for that one on the downside. This is the one that I'm not too in agreement with, but is getting hit by Piper Sandler is Morgan Stanley. The reason I don't feel too kind of down on it is you look at the weekly chart, this thing's ripped out from 50. So I really don't want to kind of short this kind of stock, especially with the TLT down today. TLT is, we know, the bonds, and when the bonds are down, the banks do good. So TLT down today, so I expect the banks doing good. I wouldn't really necessarily short Morgan Stanley. Another kind of cheaper stock that we can look at on the downside, KPTI. I think this one is actually interesting to watch today. It's been trying to break out of this weekly range here between 19 and 17. So I think you need to watch it break out of that range before you trade it. But if it can break that range today with some big volume, you could see a big move in KPTI. All right, Another one, guys, Twitter here. Twitter really getting downgraded. It's been downgraded a couple times. If we let's look at the daily chart, it's trying to make that gap up to 35, and then the next stop after that would be up there like 38. I think 35 is definitely in reach, as it's gotten really hit here down in the 30s, but bouncing back. So watch today. We've already gotten some kind of drive towards the close yesterday. We drove up about 3%. So look for kind of these spots to hold 33.52 on Twitter, and they can probably get back up there to 34s and make an attempt to 34.25. Okay, guys, gonna watch also Match getting hit with a downgrade. This one, I think over time, it got hit with a huge downgrade in December in the area where you saw it really come down towards the 70, and this thing hasn't looked back since that. It's up there now to the 92s, and looking like it's heading towards 100, looking like it has 100 magnet all over it. I'm not sure where this one's going. Every single time I've tried to call a match, I've been wrong. So one of the things that you learn is that if you're wrong on the stock multiple times and you continuously be wrong on that stock and you cannot call the chart, just let it go. This is not a trade for me.
It's your stock though, Mitch.
This is something that I've tried to trade multiple times. I've tried to short myself multiple times.
I'm gonna see if I have a stock.
Yeah, so
there's no stock. Nobody got John. Whatever. All right, go ahead. My bad.
No Mitch for me today, guys. But definitely look at that. That weekly chart broke out and hasn't looked back. All right, guys. Downside, guys. Snap. Snap. Someone tried to. Upside.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
Upside. Yeah. So let's get to the upside. The upside on Snap has been really bullish view by a couple analysts. It's not just one. I think Snap has probably figured out a way to really create profitability through their advertisement in their platform, and I think that's really the key. That was the key that knocked them down when they're an IPO at $30. Everyone said, "Hold on a second, but you guys aren't making money." And now here at the bottom, they've kind of turned their story around. They're starting to get some profitability, and I think that's what's really bringing the stock up here closer towards the $20 area. All right, guys. Another one you can watch is QCOM. This one's been going off through the roof. I think this one has $100 magnet all over it. There's certain stocks I won't believe in it. In this tech industry, I definitely do think it's strong. I think you could see this one at 100 in the next couple of weeks. This one got an upgrade from Citigroup from a neutral to a buy, which is one of the strongest kind of signals we can have whenever they sometimes do what's called what I call market perform or outperform, where it's trying to kind of tell you how it's performing with the market. And then there's complete kind of rating changes where it's like, let's say,
I'll be right back, brother.
Underweight to sell or equal weight to buy, something like that. This is a neutral to buy. So this is a really good kind of bullish call here on QCOM. You could see it clearly trying to break out through these 93.90s. We've gotten 3 or 4 drives up there. So I think if $90 holds, you can really start seeing this drive in the 95s and getting up there to 100. Appreciate that, Gideon. We don't really try to have all the calls be right. We try to put some out there for you guys because at the end of the day, this is a trading channel. We want to put some calls out there, but like always, guys, we always say look at your charts, understand them. Don't go strictly just off our view. See that our view matches your view. Yeah, that can always be a help and can have you making some good trade ideas. All right, guys, another one you can look at is Yum because of China. This is a tariff stock that's been bouncing back. If you look at it on the weekly chart, we've got a strong support here of 100. I think you need to watch that 100 hold. As long as that 100 holds, this stock could probably make its way back to 110 and over 120. Another stock that I'm going to look at, guys, a cheaper stock, is MGI. MGI, guys, if you want to take a look at this one, MoneyGram coming out with news this morning. It said that it reported 7% global transaction growth in December. It said that the company sent the largest number of international transactions ever in the month of December. So this is one of the best news that MGI has had in a long time. Last time we had a run up to $6 when we got some good news. So watch today if we can get a run through $3 in MGI. MGI will definitely be interesting, guys. I'll keep an eye on it and try to nail this one on the rise. All right, guys, that'll be it for me on the news. If you guys see anything, let me know if you guys want me to take a look, and I'll go ahead and review the chart.
Yeah, I'm going to go over the market news real quick. Let's see. So, SPY is up today again, guys. It's gapping up from 330.90 to basically 331, but it's a pretty significant gap up for the overall market here. I'll go over the ETF preview. I think that'll kind of shed some light on what's going down with the market today. So again, this is quoting from MT Newswires. It says, quote, U.S. stock futures were set to open higher in part due to the boost in market sentiment from upbeat economic data released in the previous session. This includes better than expected December retail sales, as well as a decline in weekly jobless claims and strong housing data. It also says here, quote, investors continue to digest earning reports with major gainers including State Street, STT, and Schlumberger, SLB. Meanwhile, Fastenal, which is FAST, and JB Hunt Transport Services were among companies logging losses. To look down here, it says, looking ahead, the Federal Reserve, it says, quote, looking ahead, the Federal Reserve monthly index of industrial production and the related capacity indexes and capacity utilization rates will be out at 9:15 a.m. Eastern time. And so that was an hour ago, or that was about 10 minutes ago. Let's see what else we got. So maybe that could be causing some moves in the market. To go over commodities, crude is up 0.4%. The U.S. oil fund is up 0.3%. Natural gas is up 1.7%. And the U.S. natural gas fund is down 1.7%. Gold is up 0.5%. The Spider Gold Trust is up 0.3%. Silver is up 0.8%. And the iShares Silver Trust is up 0.2%. And so, yeah, that's the market news. We'll see what happens here with this, but yeah, the market's up. We're at 331.80s. The new lifetime high, it looks like, is at 332.02. So we are putting in lifetime highs every day now, and if you look at the market, I mean, we've basically been heading straight up since October. We had the biggest pullback we've had since then. It was 11.29. So, day 2 of December was the biggest pullback we've had since then. But aside from that, we've basically been going straight up. Market's getting closer and closer, honestly, to the lifetime high now again. We're about, we're about 25 cents away from the lifetime high. So we'll see what happens. It should be interesting. Skrilled is asking for your thoughts on Tesla, Mitch.
All right, I'll check out that chart. Let's check it out. One that I like just to mention before I get off of it is AMAT. AMAT is at the top of the daily chart and could have a daily breakout today. But let's take a look at the Tesla Dragon, as I like it. I almost don't even like to look at this chart anymore because I don't think I've ever been this right on a major cap. I think ever. Yesterday, you guys can go back to the stream. Not to toot my own horn, but I said bounce back is where, guys? Somewhere in the 520s.
I see you over there too.
Right up there. It went up there to 518, 519. So these measured pullbacks, guys, is kind of a measured move. So one of the things that you can do with a chart like this is understand that it makes percentage moves up and percentage move down. So meaning that, let's say if it goes up 10%, if a stock goes up 10% and it makes a very good measurable pullback, that would be, let's say, 50% pullbacks or 25% pullbacks. The way that I know these numbers and kind of these pullbacks is really off of a different trading style. It's called the Fibonacci's. And if you really look at what Fibonacci's are, it's just the study of retracement. And that's how I kind of approach. And I've already kind of mentally look at charts like that. Some people use Fibonacci's to tell them these retracement levels. I just look at the chart and whatever speaks to me on the pullbacks for the support or resistance, that's what I look at. I'll take a measure of the move. I'll try to figure out what half of that is. And that's kind of the line in the sand for me if it's going to continue on its bullish trend. So in this one, we first got a spike through 500. It held through the 520s, got up there to 550s. We tried to break 550 again. When we broke that down is when we really started looking in the bearish trend. And then we got a bounce. It got shorted again. And then we got really hit, yesterday on the 16th. It really got down there below 500. A lot of people sold out their position immediately out the open, and that's what caused this spike. That's what I was expecting yesterday. That's what I talked about. I said when a lot of traders are trapped long, right out the open, they just go ahead and they slam the sell button. I can't blame them because they're down big, but by doing that sell, it actually forces the stock to kind of retrace some of that shadow. And that's what you got yesterday. It went all the way back up to the shadow. And once it got back up to the shadow, what did it do, guys? It just reversed. So it got all those traders that got stuck there out as it went down to 500. And then it tried to get all the shorts trapped also. By squeezing up there to 520s, a lot of the shorts get kind of scared and kind of worried, especially if you short here out the open and you short somewhere in the 510s and you're thinking that this is going to go back down below 500 because of the whole dollar. You got to give yourself an ability to get range in a stock like this so that you can master a stock like this. So today, what I would be looking for is that resistance line to hold. So you can see this kind of trend line that you can draw from 550 and you see this morning spike. I would want it to hold underneath that morning spike, that 517.10. If it could hold 517.10s, I think you could see Tesla under 500 today. But we'll see. That David 517 is going to be also a key point. If it gets bought up there with huge volume, it could break that trend line and go for another run towards the 540s.
All right, guys. Market opens up in 30 seconds. We got CGC that's actually dropping down to
Biggest
24.10.
move, guys, right now I'm seeing is CLVS, guys. That spread is right now about 75 cents for a $9 stock, which is massive.
All right,
Plus
there's the
side
bell.
watch for me, AMRN. AMRN is one of the best plus side watches for me.
Yeah, I got you, Alan. Here, I'll send you the link, brother. All right, here you go. Yeah, here's the link for that if you want to join our team for the World Series of Day Trading. Alan, I got you. Here it is. Completely free, and so if anybody wants to join our team, it's completely free. You can go check it out there. So yeah, there's the bell.
All right now EMPH is looking like the best one right out the gates. CGC, I like that one better. Kron doing the same move, so I'm looking for this one. 2405s right now. Kron moving down there 10 cents also. We'll look for that one. You got CLVS at VWAP, but that one's dangerous, but there is a 20-cent down move that it made right out the open. EMPH also there, but that one's a little tight to the bottom. I like CGC as the best fade I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, Joe. I mean, you could always join it and just download the TEFS app and try to
LK
do
with
that.
a big rip. That LK, man, that thing's been a monster.
All right, but yeah, so you could always join it, Alan, and then you could always join it, or no, you could always join it, Joe, and then just download the TEFS app and use it that way. They do have a TEFS app, a smartphone app for TEFS that you could trade with. So you could always just do that and do it and just enter the server in if you're going to be at work. Because it's completely free. It's completely free to sign up for and enter. And so, it's worth a shot. But if not, no stress either way. All right, so yeah, CGC had bad news today, delaying the beverage initiative. Yeah, that one's interesting. If it pulls back to the VWAP, I might check that one out and watch it. I like the resistance above it at like 24.10 too. So if you can get up to 24.01, I might consider CGC. We also have LK, which ripped up and is since pulling back. And same thing with kind of AMD here. AMD's pulling back. I tend to prefer to wait a little while beforehand, though. Yeah, there is a TEFS app. It's only on Android, though. So if you have an iPhone, it's not going to work. They can. It's only if you have an Android, they have a TEFS app. They don't have one for iPhone. And as a programmer myself, the reason for that is because it's two different languages, right? So like Android is in Java, and then iPhone is actually in Swift. And so it's two different languages that you would have to learn to create the app for both of them, unless you use something like React Native. Maybe you might be able to make two of them, but I think they've had it before React Native. CGC is right there. I like the 2410 risk level. It just depends here. It just really depends, but it doesn't look bad. BYND, CGC long. Yeah, you're good. I really didn't mind CGC here. It's just got to get back up there. It's a little bit too low now for me. NK, big mover from yesterday's running up. I'm watching AMD here too. We'll see. Snap is up, I believe. Or no, Snap's down. LK bouncing. Yeah, I've had a Samsung, so I have the app. Yeah, I have the app on mine. I'll make a video about it one day, maybe. Like, I can make a video about it, but yeah, I do have the app. Yeah, it works pretty well. From what I've used it, it actually works pretty solid. So we are getting a bounce back in CGC. We're gonna wait for it, see if it pops up to 2390s here. You will see what happens here. There goes CGC squeeze. The first one didn't look bad, but this one now is just way too high. It looks like it's going to pull possibly a red to green move here. Yeah, entry, for like I said, all I could say is from my experience, Joe. For me, it's worked okay. I haven't used it a ton, and most of the time when I have used it, it's for... here is AMD, it's right at the VWAP. Most of the time when I have used it, it's for kind of longer term day trades where I have to kind of step away from my computer and I'm still holding a piece. And so I can't say whether like active day trading is going to work super well. But again, I mean, it's a free competition. So I mean, hey, you know, it's free. You know what I mean? So even if it doesn't work, you're not going to be out of money, I guess, is what I, you know, something to consider. Yeah, CGC squeeze it up. That's the only issue I have with it right now.
Long AMRN.
Alright, you gotta put your screen up, brother. Hey, brother, Your screen's not up. You gotta put your trading window up, brother.
Also, you got a VWAP bounce opportunity for CLVS.
All right, LK's setting up, looking strong. I might consider it if it pulls back to the VWAP, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, that was dumb of me, guys. Just let it go through my number. I should have sold at 2010s. I wasn't even paying attention.
LK pulling back to the VWAP, I might consider that one here. Let me see. I don't mind this pullback, especially that it's below or it's above the $0.50 here.
Yeah, I don't know if I should trade anymore. I'm being a little hesitant. I should take CLVS, but since I just lost, being hesitant.
My wife just walked in and saw John on the screen and asked and thought and says to me, I thought that was you. She said we look alike. Yeah, we do have Oh, TradeNet might be developing an app. That's cool. Yeah, Sam. What's up, Jonathan? What's up, brother? I'm looking at LK. I'm a little late to enter it.
Hope someone wasn't hesitant like me and took CLVS.
I just realized I've been on mute. My bad, guys. But no, my favorite song here, the song that we were listening to is, yeah, my mic was off. Yeah, I use Thinkorswim for my news, is what I was going to say, drugs. I use Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim is actually a very versatile platform for new traders. You can literally play Tetris and Minesweeper on Thinkorswim, but it also has live news and it has free Benzinga Squawk. You just have to open up an account with TD Ameritrade and download Thinkorswim. But yeah, it's got a lot of cool benefits to it. And so there's a lot of cool stuff with it. As for, what was the other question? As for the song, I think you're talking about Rain Check by Dylan Sitz. Pretty Boy is I think the song you're talking about. You're talking about this one? It's called Rain Check by Dylan Sitz. So the SPY was initially in a downward trend, and now it's squeezing back up here. But yeah, that's called Rain Check by Dylan Sitz. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Thinkorswim is, like I said, it's one of the best free platforms. I still use them for charts as well. But yeah, this is my newest favorite song. Like, I'll turn it up a little bit. Hey, nice, Joe. Yeah, CGC, Kron ripping up. I might look for a bounce play on CGC if it can pull back to 2406. AMD red to green move too. Yeah. Like I said it the other day, Joe, that the other people that are doing this, they got other live streamers. Like I said, one of them seems, to be honest, not to be mean, but again, he seems a little slow, to be honest. He kind of repeats the same thing and, you know, doesn't really know what he's talking about. So there's one, and then the other ones don't really show their platforms. You know what I mean? They don't show anything. They just kind of hide it. They show charts, or they show scanners, and they just say, I'm in this stock or I'm out of this stock. So, like, we're the only people that are actually showing people what we do here. And the reason for that is because we don't sell a course or anything like that. Like we're not experts. I could lose every day in a row, and nobody can get mad at me because I'm not selling a course. You know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons, Mitch, and I can do that. Yeah, the SPY's at the VWAP, but what I want to make sure, if you look at the SPY yesterday, the SPY was just sideways. Looks like I gotta fix my green screen. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, none of them really do, man. You know. And like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We do this live for free every day. Finally, it looks like the market actually broke out of that slump it was in yesterday. But again, I gotta wait for some setups here. I'm not really seeing much. They got a few red to green moves, but it's not really my style in the market. I could check out Roku and like Tesla. Roku's actually pulling a downtrend. Same thing with Tesla. At least it's below the VWAP now. But we gotta wait for some bounce pullbacks, some fades, or something. Because for right now, I'm not seeing much. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, it happens, Jonathan. Don't stress it, brother. I'm just sitting here waiting for some trades. I don't see much. Maybe AMD for a bounce play is what I'm looking at. Maybe. We just need a little bit more of a pullback. I don't hate it, though. I really don't. But we need to move back down to like 15. Maybe I could start to scale in a little bit early. Yeah, maybe. I'm going to jump in with 100 here and try to add some down to 13 is what I'm really going to try to do. Then I could risk off of like 3. CGC, same type of plan here. Same type of plan. NIO. Yeah. All right, we're about break even right now in this trade. We're going to let it work. All right, we are getting a pullback. I could add another 100 share position to this. I'm going to jump in with that ad right there. And then again, we're going to risk off of like 03, maybe 04 here if we can. All right, there's a nice little bounce back. I'm in with 200 shares now in AMD. We're gonna let it work here, see if we get some time. I really like the bounce back, but I could have had a better position, honestly. So maybe I'll risk off of this 08 level. We'll see though. We're still about at the VWAP. We'll see if we bounce here is really what we want to see. Yeah, because nobody wants to actually show their trades, Joe. Like I said, it'll severely hurt their brand, right? Nobody actually wants to show their trades. Nobody wants to. It'll hurt their brand, man. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not an expert here. I'm not a guru. But nobody wants to do what Mitch and I do. Because, again, it's much easier to cherry pick your wins and upload them. You know, it's much easier to have 4 losses and 1 win and then upload that 1 win like, look how much money I made today. You know, that's way easier than actually doing what we do. And so it's one of the reasons our channel has grown so much is because we actually show it. You know, we could lose, win, doesn't matter because we're actually showing you how it really is. Yeah, we'll see, Kenny. We'll see, brother. I hope so, but we got a long way until then. Yeah, what's up, Precise? But yeah, I mean, and like I said, that's just kind of what the trading world is filled with. The trading world is filled with people that lose. Oh, we got a winner. Let's cherry pick that one winner. Show everybody that one winner. Like, I made $500 today. You probably lost 1,000, but like you're gonna act like you made $500 because you're not actually live streaming. You can just kind of cherry pick that one win, clip it out, upload it, hide your P&L, hide your balance, and then act like you made a bunch of money. You know. Alright, so we got a really easy risk now, though, for this one. Like 50.09. Really easy risk. I'm not the guy to ask, Precise. Yeah, I'm not. That's not my area, brother. Alright, so yeah, I'm in with 200 shares of this AMD trade. We're just looking for a bounce play. We got a lot of buying pressure with these wicks, but we're gonna see if it can actually hold up under this. What's up, Raybo? What's up, bro? I really like this pattern too, though. If you look at the long-term pattern on AMD, my chart's a little squeezed together, but if you look at the long-term pattern, it's really not that bad. You know, it looks strong. We just got to break over specifically this 23 level, I think. Yeah, and that's plausible. I don't mind the pattern. It's just got to maintain over this 50.09 level. But I like the pattern. It's just high or low here. And it just, the biggest resistance level now with AMD is like right here at like 23. You know, you can see all the resistance there. I do like this upward trend, and I like the down wicks here showing some buying pressure. But we're going to have to let it go if it gets under like 50.08 or so. At the same time, we're still well above the VWAP, so we have some time and room, and I'm about break even, so we're okay. But, you know, hopefully we get that move. SPY's starting to rip up a little bit here, too. It's still sideways, though, so we're going to wait. Now, ideally, if you see this little mini trend line, we want to see this bounce right here for AMD. And if it doesn't bounce, we got to be a little bit more careful with it. I appreciate it, Craig. Yeah. There's 22s again for AMD. Like I said, this big resistance level at 23 is making it look not so great. We have a lot of room and a lot of time, though, but that's the biggest frustration is this 23 resistance that it keeps running into. TIGR? We'll see. SPY's dipping down a little bit. Watching the SPY, I just hope the SPY doesn't pull sideways. There's 23s again. Again, though, we keep running into this big resistance level here. That's the biggest thing that needs to break right here. I'll draw it out so you can see it. But this big resistance level right here, it's been testing this level over and over and over again. And yeah, we just needed to spike over it and break. You know, hopefully if it does spike over that, it'll turn into some support. But we got to get over there first because, again, let's extend this to the right a little bit. You can see the little trend line forming here. There we go. Let's see if we get it over on this spike. Does everybody see this, the trend line? We need over 23, so we keep running into that 23 resistance. There's 23s. We broke it for a split second. Another rejection back down. Unfortunate. But we're going to watch that trend line form here. There's 23s again. It's trying. There's 24s. Alright, so there's the break. It just needs to hold now that it has broken it. There's 26s. Finally. 28s. I'm going to get out half there and then hold the rest. Try to get this big high up here just in case it rejects like it did. Keep me pretty safe in this one. The last thing I want is for this thing to get back below 23 and then that 23 level just still hold its resistance. Hopefully it holds us some support now. That's 23 level that we drew out right here. If it could hold a support, that would be ideal here. And we could just let it work. Hopefully profit target up at like 37, maybe 40s. If it can maybe get higher than that, I'll take a partial again if we can. What's up, Candy Ken? Hey, that's the way to do it, brother. Made 200 today, I am done. Yeah, that's what you gotta do sometimes, bro. Just get in and out, be finished. Trade net, send, reject. I'm stuck on this trade. cancel your stop loss, Nando. If you have a stop loss set, it's not going to let you out. You have to cancel your stop loss, and that should allow you to get out once you do cancel your stop loss. You can also make sure that implement range isn't checked, or try to get out with the market order, or a few different options. But yeah, most of the time when it says that, it's due to a stop loss being set that you have to cancel. If you cancel the stop loss, it should let you out of the trade. Alright, there's 30s. We're good. Like I said, I'm just going to let this work, though. It's such a little trade. I'm looking for a longer term move, specifically over this level here, this pre-market high. SPY's pulling back, though. Look at the SPY here, just to quickly show you guys what the SPY's doing. And I think this is going to affect this stock regardless of whether it's in the same sector or not of the overall market. There's the SPY pullback, and so we're watching it, but on CGC we need this. Or no, I'm in AMD. On AMD, we do need to be weary of it because the SPY's ripping down. This should drag AMD down, unfortunately. ABT doesn't look too bad either, but yeah, this might drag AMD down. Luckily, I'm in a position now where it's not going to be a losing trade, and I can just kind of hold it, see if we get another rip up in a bullish trend. There you go, Nando. Yeah, I got you, bro. Yeah, I've been there, man. I've been there. Trust me, I've been there, bro. I know how it is, man. So I'm glad that worked. Glad you got out. Alright, so yeah, here's the drop. And like I said, this is just due to the SPY tanking like it is. I gotta be weary of it, but it's not gonna be a losing trade, fortunately enough. You know, we're gonna give it a chance to bounce here, but you know, it's now again, it's back under that support level, so we gotta understand that. I'm gonna clear out my drawing so far on this chart, and yeah, we're gonna try to let it work here, see if we get a bigger move, but mostly during the open, I'm trading small, so. We're back up to 27s, 28s. Yeah, SPY's tanking. AMD's back up though, so I'm happy with that, I guess. We're gonna cover some positions if we can get up there. Again, it's got to break this 30 level, but if it does break and the VWAP follows it up specifically, then we'll be able to take another partial. There's 32s, 33s. I'm going to take another half off there, and then I'm just going to let this last little bit work, see if we get some further breakouts. Keep it pretty small until later on in the day when I do start taking some swings here. There's 35s. You can see if we get a nice spike high of the day break. I would love for it to hold some support here at the pre-market high, which is right here. So I'll probably let that be my risk. If it breaks underneath that, I'm just going to jump out on the rest of these. Keep it pretty tight. No, I'm long. Or no, I'm in AMD long. Sorry. CGC... I don't know if I would short it here, but if I was getting in, I would wait for a pullback to the VWAP. But I don't know if I'd necessarily like shorting it here either. You're that's trying to catch a falling knife, and I don't know if I like that. Or vice versa, not the falling knife one, but same concept. Alright, so we're up to 36s. I'm going to let the high of the day break test. Oh my gosh, George, enough of this super, like listen, man. the definition of tanking is a very subjective definition, man. Tanking for me might be something completely different from you. Same thing as running up. It's all very subjective descriptions here, man. You know what I mean? And like, if that's the only thing you ever say aside from like criticism, then, you know, go somewhere else, bro. Seriously, man. Like I said, that's a very subjective thing. I could say tanking. It might mean something completely different for two different people, man. No need to just desperate to criticize, brother. Calm down, man. You know. All right, so there's 36s. We're gonna see if we can break this 41 level. All right, there's 40s. Like I said, it's looking good. We're gonna see if we get this high of the day break, and I can take profits into that. There's 38s. Maybe I should have jumped out there, but I don't think there's anything wrong with letting this work. If we start to get a big rejection, then I can just get out. Hey, nice, Steve. Good work, brother. Congrats, man. Happy to help, too. Alright, there's 39s. I know, but what I'm trying to say, George, is that number one, I haven't ever seen you say anything positive. So if you're just around here saying negative stuff, that's one thing. And listen, you're welcome here, brother. What I'm saying, though, is that the definition of tanking being a descriptive word is very subjective, right? So tanking for me might mean something completely different from you. And regardless of whether I say it's tanking or not, it shouldn't mean that much, brother. Like, it shouldn't really matter that much what my definition of tanking is versus what yours is. Constructive criticism is regarding facts, right? This is not regarding facts. This is regarding a subjective opinion on what the word tanking is. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, just try to think about it in that way. We're good, bro. No stress. There's 43s. We're going to see if we can get out. If it doesn't break the high here and it just gets rejected, I'm just going to take profits on the last little bit. But hopefully we can break this high of the day. Yeah. It's just kind of like arguing on the definition of epic, or like the definition of like a descriptive term, right? It's very subjective, you know what I mean? And so telling me that I'm wrong when I say something's tanking, like I said, it just seems a little unnecessary. But hey, it is what it is, you know. Yeah. Alright, there's 39s. Yeah, we're gonna get out the rest here and just take the profit probably on this one. I'll give it one more second, but it doesn't look like it's gonna get back up there. Yeah, I'm gonna get out here. I'll take it. Small little $25 win. Still early for me. We'll see what else we can find. Yeah. There goes CGC pullback. I might watch that one too. My bank account is tanking, you know. Yeah, that's my point though. Like I said, we don't have to argue about it, but it's a subjective definition. You know, it's all subjective. Different people are gonna mean different things when they say it, and so latching onto it and getting mad if my definition doesn't fit well with yours is, you know, unnecessary. Yeah, when I say tanking, guys, just for future reference, if I say tanking, I just mean the market's dropping pretty quickly. Like, that's all I mean. The market's dropping pretty quickly. And when the market broke below the VWAP and had these two huge red candles, that was a pretty quick drop for me. Plus, it was below the VWAP. And so, yeah, I mean, that's my definition of tanking. Just means the market's dropping quickly. Now, it could drop quickly and then rebound, and that's plausible too, and that's exactly what it did. But it doesn't mean it didn't drop quickly. And so, you know, when I say tanking, like I said, for future reference, guys, just so there's no more confusion, it just means it's dropping quickly. And yeah, that's part of it. Sometimes they're going to rebound too. Yeah, Yosemite. Yeah, this is, like I said, this is my favorite, most recent song. Let me know what you guys like. CGC pulled back some. I would have taken it on that pullback, but it just didn't quite get low enough for the VWAP. The reason I like it is because I can use the previous closing price as my risk here too at 24.30.
What's going on, traders?
What's up, brother?
I'm back.
All right, we got Mitch back here.
All right, guys. Right now, there's a nice flag play on EMPH being built. I think this is on a longer-term trend on a 5-minute. I would like a move to VWAP here, and then you could take it a trade. Also, charts that I'm thinking are going to squeeze here. I'm looking at AMRN. When it got up to 2016, there was a huge seller of 110 on the level 2. That's 110,000 shares just sitting up there. So it got quickly knocked down and then swept right back up with low volume to the VWAP. Whenever that happens, we need to see what happens here at the VWAP. If it recollects the volume at the VWAP, gets above VWAP, shows strength, it can really start shooting on up. I'm going to take a look at this one and we'll see what happens. I hope someone is nailing that CLVS. That thing is definitely a rocket ship today. For fades, one potential is FEYE.
Yeah, I'm looking at MU. MU might be a good fade. I like the previous closing price being above it, and hopefully that'll turn into some resistance. The biggest problem with it is that if it does break, it could squeeze big, but that's what I'm watching for a fade. I don't know if you're going to like that one. CGC, if it pulls back some, looks good too, down at like 24.50, but we're going to wait for that too. And here goes MU. MU usually does the opposite of what AMD does because they're competing brands, but...
SPY reversing here.
Let's switch it up. I'll put some jazz on. I think we've played that playlist too much today. There we go. There we go. Missed a glitch. Too much to explain here. Watch a few YouTube videos. Yeah, it takes a little while, brother. What platform are you using? What's up, Kevin? Bad day, brother? Hey, there's always a new day, bro. There's always a new day, man. You know, every day's different. You'll bounce back, brother. Don't stress it. Just, if you're having a tough time, do what I did the last few weeks, which is just scale down. You know, I had a great first half of December where I made thousands of dollars, and then I kind of started to do worse, so I scaled down, and I've been able to retain most of my profit because I scaled down. And so it's just part of it. Sometimes the market's favorable for you, sometimes it's not with your strategies. So, you know, if you're having a tough time and you're, you know, doing rough, maybe scale down a little bit. Sometimes that's what it takes to kind of get your mind right, get back into it. I've been doing a little bit better this week. I think I've ended every day up in gross profits this week. I don't know if anybody saw me trade yesterday, but I actually rebounded yesterday. I'll show the video if you guys want to see it really quick. But I did rebound yesterday with a few good trades. I believe on AMD is, I think, what I actually rebounded on. Let me find it. Yeah, here it is. So, like, watch. You can see I got into a few good trades. Oh, man. I guess I left the recorder going all day. So, you see, before this, I was down 160 bucks. I got into it was MU. Got into an MU with a bounce play. Took profits. Got into another MU bounce play with a few 1,300 shares. Waited. Took profits, waited some more, and then finally, let me see, was able to nail it, make about $100 on AMD and MU with a fade on AMD and a bounce play on MU until, again, you can see I was up $3.40 on the day. I'll take it. It's better than the $130 loss. But yeah, with that, every day has been green in gross profits, although probably losing in net profits this week. But it's a break-even week, and it's much better than some of the losses I've been taking. So, happy with that for sure. Waited a little longer with AMD. Hey, it looks like it paid off, brother. It looked like it paid off, man, if you did. Hey, what's up, Flyrod? What's up, bro? Hanging out, man, you know.
EMPH getting towards VWAP. That one's interesting. 5-minute chart. Has it on a pennant.
Yeah, there's
keep an eye on it.
I want to bring some attention to Tony Scott. Tony Scott says, I know this is small, but I just made my first $20. Thanks, guys. Hey, shout out to Tony. Hey, that's how it starts, man. That's how it starts. I made $25 today, so you're right up there with me, you know. So good work. Good work. Nice job. That's all it takes, man. It's just getting started. Yeah, I've been overtrading like crazy the last few weeks, man. Nice fly rod. Good work, brother. Muhammad says, my other midterm play on HD is working well. Today it breaks again like AMD. Hey, nice work, Muhammad. Congrats, brother. I'm really starting to think about MU short here. I would have to risk off of like 77, so my risk is 12 cents, 10 cents. But I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start looking for some fake out fades more than conventional fades, because those tend to be the higher percentage play that I've just been performing better with. And so I think I'm going to wait for some fake out fades today more. So I am using Trade Ideas for my scanners. And if you want to use Trade Ideas, they're the best scanners in trading in my opinion. I'll post this link here. You get 15% off if you use promo code BT15. Super good scanners, really quick, and they allow you to kind of do a lot of different stuff. You can build your own strategies around these scanners and you know, bank some profit with them. Like I said though, it just depends on whether you really need them or not, but I think they're super valuable for traders, and if you're a good enough trader, they could pay for themselves. But yeah, if you want to help support the channel, there's the link. You can go check them out. Like I said, use BT15 at checkout, get 15% off. Alright, and so what I might do is I might take just a little trade on MU here. Just a little trade. The reason being is because this is MU. The reason I'm doing this is because that previous closing price is still well above me, or well under me. At the same time though, we might break here. And So I'm going to let that test because we're right at that previous closing price, and if we break here, it could be a red to green move technically. So I'm going to let it test here, and if we get a rejection, then I'm going to jump in. Alright, yeah, I like the rejection. And then I got a super tight risk. Like, I could let it test this level here at 70. And just a really easy risk level, honestly. We also have AMD dropping down here, which I might start to consider for a bounce play. Or no, with CGC. It's a little, it's not quite.
AMN just got hit. AMRN just got hit. We'll look for a bounce short on that one. EMPH bouncing well, and looking also at SIG.
Alright, so we are getting a really nice drop here for MU very quick once we did get that rejection at that previous closing price. And this is what I'm saying a lot of the time. I'm loving these moves. I'm going to jump in with 100 shares of CGC here as well, looking for a bounce up. But this is one of the reasons I love these previous closing price areas, because I can use that as my risk a lot of the time, and it makes it super easy with MU. Maybe I should have gotten out there already, but we're gonna let this work, see if we get a little bit bigger drop. About break even right now. I have Inspiron 3670 i7. Now I have 32 gigs of RAM in it, so but yeah, I have a Dell. Alright, so I gotta watch CGC here. It's right around the $0.50, which should be a solid amount of support. And so it's such a small trade that it's not super concerning either way, but it should be a decent amount. With MU, it's like, do I want to take profits here? Probably not. I think letting it work underneath this 50 level is interesting. And with CGC, we are getting that bounce that we were looking for, which is good. We just needed to maintain and hold above that, and we're looking better. There's MU 54s. See if we get the breakdown on MU. We might get a bounce here, though. That's the problem, you know. We might get a bounce here, but it's okay. With CGC, I like the move up to like 75, hopefully. Alright, there we go. There's the move for MU. Gonna take half off here. Bank a little bit of profit there with MU. Make it a green trade no matter what. And then we're gonna look for CGC to maintain and hold its levels here.
I'm short CRWD, guys.
Alright, might get out the rest coming soon here on MU. We're gonna let this work, see if it gets rejected at the $0.50. Anything over the 57.50, I'm getting out this one. CGC, it's kind of consolidating around break even. There we go. Right, there's 45s for MU. CGC is looking good too. I'm gonna get out the rest here on MU. Just bank my profit there. I'll take it, and then I'm just gonna manage CGC here because we're up to 70s, 72s now. We got a little bit of room. I want to see it break over the 75 level, but now that I've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and throw Mitch up since he hasn't been up all day. So I'll throw him up. There we go. But yeah, I'm holding CGC. I'm up $5 in it so far. Small position. Still taking my time here this morning. Thanks, Flyrod. Thank you, bro. We play some jazz in here. Half the time people hate it, but, you know. They'll be alright. We got a big drop on CGC. Again, though, I've already made enough from my other trade to be relatively safe in this one. As long as we can find some support here with CGC, I'm not hating it. But the SPY's dropping. I'm going to be careful not to say tanking, because obviously that's going to make some people upset. But the SPY is dropping, you know, down to the VWAP. We'll see what happens. AMD back to the VWAP, too, with a big red candle. Alright, there's 75, 76s for CGC. Might run in some resistance here. I'm gonna put it on this top chart.
I have no more buying power. Tried to jump on there bigger, guys. I would have got 80s or 75. Risk right now is 91. I really like AMRN spiking up there. I feel like this is going to all of a sudden get a big squeeze, but I'm not going to trade it until I see it.
SPY bouncing back a little bit. Look at MU. Maybe I should have held on. I think I got a lot of the move, though. I got in at like 66, and I took profits at like 45. So I took like 21 cents from MU, and I'm happy with that for sure. Of course, it's dropping a little bit more, but I was definitely happy with the range I got with MU. Maybe I could have held on to a little bit, though. With CGC long play, I'm still up slightly, but I could probably hold the rest pretty close to break even if we do get a drop down. Maybe a little bit under break even, depending on what the overall market does here. Do I have a daily goal? I would love to make a few hundred every day, but you know, right now it's been kind of a slump, I guess, for me. So just been trying to manage it the best I can lately, and it's been a little tough. There goes MU. Maybe I should have held that one a little bit more. Spreads opening up on CGC. That's a little bit better. Break even now. LIZI. Yeah, look at LIZI IPO. It is tradable too, so it must be an IPO. So yeah, LIZI is open, and you can short it on TEFs, which is kind of crazy, but yeah, you can short it. LIZI IPO recently opened. Interesting where it goes from here. There's a drop. There's 60s with CGC. It's kind of battling this area. I'm not super worried. I mean, I'm green on the day no matter what, unless this one just rips down within like 10 seconds. But we're going to keep it tight and let it work here, but not looking great. This is the support we want to see for CGC. Yeah, there's the break. I got out, kept it like $10 loss, which is perfectly fine for CGC. It just dropped a little bit too below the $0.50, and it may bounce right here too. But with my entry, it was just too close to the bottom of that range. Plus the SPYs testing the VWAP now, I think that could influence it a lot too. AMD's down there as well. But yeah, still up nice $31 in the day. Hey, nice Renee. Hey, nice work. Congrats. Yeah, I'm seeing AMD back to the VWAP. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that's kind of how it is, Jerome. Appreciate the sub, Carl. Mayhem, Hassan, SJL. Appreciate the subs today, guys. Remember to hit that subscribe button. We day trade live on stream every weekday morning right here on YouTube for free. And so if you want to watch this day trade live, we do this every weekday morning. We are not experts here. We are not gurus. We just teach you guys what we learn, show you guys what we're watching, and then day trade the open and you know, a few hours with you guys every day. So if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, click the bell. We do this live for free right here. Maybe it got stopped out of CTC. I'm not the best option trader, Cavalli. He says, I'm starting to trade options, single orders for now. Can you recommend on what to look for when I'm searching for new opportunity? I mean, I'm not the best guy for options, brother. I'm just not the right guy for it sometimes. I'm still learning options myself. I was even asking people questions on options, and the chat was helping me this past week.
Guys,
so
might stop out.
So yeah, I'm probably not the right options guy, Cavalli, and I just don't want to tell you the wrong answers, brother.
I'm out.
Don't stress, brother. You've been killing it lately, man. You've been doing super well. Yeah, there goes AMD bouncing off the VWAP. I don't mind the risk now of like 50-15 with AMD. We'll see what happens there. But watching AMD here too. Yeah, check out Options Alpha. I've heard good things. Them, Tasty Trade, maybe. I've heard good things about Tasty Trade as well. Tom Sosnoff, the founder of Thinkorswim, is the dude that created and founded Tasty Trade, and they've got some legit stuff. So. All right, Miguel. Have a good day, brother. You as well, man. Have a good weekend, dude. Maybe CGC's getting that bounce play. Maybe gonna look at AMD or CGC now that they've built that support up at the $0.50 specifically. And so still watching it. We'll see what happens. MU, maybe I could have held. It dropped about another 15 cents from where I got in. But here's the potential bounce play with CGC. Again, I think I got kind of stopped out a little bit early. I also think it's going to depend on what the SPY does here. I think if you look at the SPY and the overall market itself, SPY is testing the VWAP now in a slightly upward trend, but the high of the day is still right around the same as the opening high. So we'll see what happens with that too. But try to be patient and wait. We also have Tesla. That is kind of doing the same thing as the overall market. Maybe you're meant to be a scalper, Vinny. It's alright. I mean, maybe you're meant to be a scalper. I kind of do the same thing, brother. So it's happened, and it doesn't necessarily mean you're wrong. Some people trade breakout plays. Some people trade longer-term plays. Some people trade scalps, and you know, none of them are wrong necessarily. And so, you know, you're always going to see a much larger move in play. But if your accuracy is good enough to compensate for it, then you're good. Yeah, that's what I was kind of looking at with. That's what I was kind of looking at with AMD though. Kron back at the VWAP 2. Maybe it's worth a watch. AMD giving us that pullback. The only reason I don't like it now, though, is that 530 level that I was talking about when I was in this trade, holding as potential resistance there. That's the only thing I don't like.
Good lord. There goes that 40 cents that I wanted. Got stopped out by a penny.
What was the stock?
CRWD.
CrowdStrike? Is that right?
It's literally my luck. It's probably gonna just continue tanking down too. Just was perfect trade. Daily chart said it all. Just got stopped out by a penny there.
Nah, it happens, bro.
Look at
Happened
that.
to me yesterday.
Look at her go. Boom. This would have been a nice over what? Now we're looking at 60 cents to $1 trade here.
Yeah, it happens, bro. It happened to me yesterday. There goes AMD tanking, so maybe it's good I got out of that one. But there's CGC. bouncing up. Kind of got spooked out of it, but got my money from it. Or no, I got my money from MU, so I guess I can't be too upset. But there it goes too. Got faked out of CGC by about 4 or 5 cents. So mine was a little bit bigger, but still frustrating.
Can't believe I missed that. Ugh.
BLCM. Yeah, BLCM is one of those stocks that I look for some long-term put options on, but you never really know with these. Hey, they do have options. It's based in Houston, Texas. February put option 250. I don't mind that. I mean, it's a 250 put option for February 21st. Problem is, what's the float on BLCM? Does anybody know the float of BLCM? Help a brother out. Yeah, exactly, Mohammed. Well, with the option specifically, I think. There goes CGC.
Yeah, I'd expect the SPY to drop now. I had a good leader in CRWD, but I'm even at the point I don't even know if I should take another trade. Even though I'm seeing the momentum fall there.
Yeah, you had a good week, brother, you know?
Yeah, just turned around, not where I wanted it to. And the worst part is, no hesitation, good trading. We're definitely in the green in the last 2 days, so just not in the zone, not focused, and that's what happens. Worried about the wrong things except trading.
Tesla bouncing up a little bit here. It's at 513. It's kind of putting in a little mini flag there. Yeah, I bet you not, Vinny. That's why, like, sometimes quick profit's okay. Sometimes quick profit's okay, and I think that's what you're supposed to do sometimes. It depends on your personality, right? Some people have the personality suited for holding it long term, and some people have the personality suited for scalping, and I think it just depends, you know, on the person, you know, because everybody's a little bit different. I know with me specifically, I usually take profits pretty quick. Any significant gain, I'm usually good to go and done. You just hit the @ sign and you start typing, Sam. You're good, Counter. Tomorrow's a new day, brother. My broker yells at me all the time. looking at SQ for a bounce play. It's been a long time since I traded SQ, and it's down a lot. I don't hate it. It just depends on what the market does here. But I'm watching SQ. The range isn't that bad. I could risk off of 80. I'll take that. Gonna look for a move up to like 70 here. So I'm in with SQ with a pretty small position size, in all honesty. Don't hate the range, or don't love the range though, but we're gonna try to let that work a little bit here. Hey, sometimes it's the right move, Jonathan. Sometimes that's the best thing to do, brother. How do you feel about Snap? I don't usually trade Snapped. It's not really. It's not a favorable stock for me. I'll put it that way. I don't usually have good results when I trade it. The last time I traded Snap was probably months ago, and like I said, it's one of those stocks that sometimes you just don't mesh well with certain stocks, and I think Snap's one of those stocks that I just don't tend to mesh that well with, unfortunately. It is what it is. I'm not saying it's a bad play. I'm just saying that I don't have good results with it usually. Alright, so we're going to drop in SQ. Again, I could probably risk off of like 80 or so. It's about that time when I start to take a little bit larger swings. And so we'll see. I'm looking at CGC again as well here. I'll jump in CGC with 300 shares. Like I said, we're going to give it another swing here. I could probably risk off of 34.50. This is right around when I start to take my bigger swings on the day. And so I built up a little bit of profit, but we'll see how it goes, you know. Both of these are dropping for me. I think the market dropping is going to affect it, but none of them are really. The only one that's close to me getting stopped out is SQ, which is like a $20 loss maybe. Yeah, gonna have to jump out soon. Yeah, I gotta get out of SQ. Got out quick. Just looking for the bounce play, didn't get it. CGC, I'm in with 300 shares. This is my larger position relative to everything. We'll see how it goes. What's my entry here for CGC? It is 80, or no, that's SQ. It is 66. So not bad. We get a nice move up there. I'm good. We just need the move. There's 66. AMD doesn't look bad either. What's up, Aziza? Alright, so we are going to drop in CGC. Like I said, I think I'm going to risk off of these lows down here, specifically at 52. I think it's a good risk. Yeah, I'm going to put the chart up actually for CGC. We hyping up AMD in the chat this morning? AMD's up there. AMD, I like it. It's above the VWAP now, and it held, which is good. Kind of like a fake out fade type of play. Market's pulling back up, which is good. So I don't mind that, but I do think it's dependent on what the market does. There's 66. Snap's kind of looking like a what we call a fake out, or what we call a VWAP bounce. It's kind of setting up there for Snap. Tesla, big pullback there if you're watching Tesla. CGC pulling back too. I still don't hate it. I think we've got so much confirmation here at like 51, 52 that I gotta kind of let it hold to that level. I think that's the right analysis with it, is 51, 52 for Tesla. There's the spread tightening up a little bit. Or not for Tesla, for CGC, sorry. But yeah, this is the area I mean, right here. You know, you got multiple confirmations right there in between. Hey, see a counter. Later, brother. And yeah, guys, if anybody wants to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link. There's a lot of benefits, especially for new traders. One of them being that once you're approved, you get 14K in buying power, and there's no PDT rule. So you basically become a contractor for them once you're approved. And it also comes with a course, a demo account, chat room access. And I think it's just the cheapest way that new traders specifically can get started in the market for cheap. You know, I think it's one of those ways that if you want to day trade and you don't want to risk thousands like most people have to, this is one of the cheapest ways. It operates like a prop firm, and so their base package again is $3.99. You get 14,000 in buying power to trade with once you are approved. There's a $700 max loss, but there's no PDT rule. You can day trade short stocks, and I think it's just a cheap way. You're not risking that much relative to what other traders have to do, basically, with, you know, depositing thousands, risking thousands, and a lot of times new traders lose their first account. And so this is just the cheapest way to get it done. There's the link if y'all want to check it out. Again, $3.99, you get a lot of buying power. I think that just makes sense. And it's a great way to help support our channel as well. Of course, we're biased for them, but it's a good way to help support us. We do make a commission if you sign up, so great way to help support our free content here, because you know, what we do here is always going to be free, and you know, checking that out is just a great way to help support us. ACHV, Renee. I think it's below the VWAP. I think volume's light, and it's a really cheap stock. So, you know, we'll see what happens. I think if it breaks underneath 62.5, I would jump out. But again, that's all preference, I guess. And I'm not really super used to trading penny stocks, and so, you know, we'll see. Alright, so here's a move in CGC. The spread tightened up a little bit, but we need a little bit bigger breakout to compensate. Maybe up to like 80s. If we get up to like 77, I'll take that. But we need that. There's 72s. I'm just scared it's going to run into that quarter dollar, that 75 resistance is honestly what I'm scared it's going to hit. I still like it though. I still like the move and the pattern that's forming here, but I also think that the market's dipping down a little bit, and I think that's going to influence it some as well. It's Martin Luther King Day, Jonathan. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I see too, Sean. I'm going to let it work, though. We got some time for it. Oh, also, guys, if you want to join our team for the World Series of Day Trading, I'll post this link here as well. Let me find it. I had it earlier. I lost it. Yeah, here it is. So yeah, you want to join my team for the World Series of Day Trading. It starts February 19th, I think. It goes on for 6 days. The top 3 people in my team alone win packages. It's completely free, and at the very least, you're going to get a demo account to trade with for a few weeks. And if you win packages, I mean, it's completely free, guys. So if you want to check it out, here's the link. You can join my team.
Long CLVS.
I'll put you up so we can kind of see both of them. There we go.
Gotta hold to the 70. Maybe I'm just fishing here, but still trading, so I'm gonna go for it.
Sorry, guys. I know I've been listening to this song over and over again. I had it stuck in my head. There's 67s. Not up enough to really be super worried about it. I'd probably take some off at 75 if we can get there. But we're just kind of battling the quarter dollar, which is a big level here. People don't realize that, like, 75s are big levels. 25s and 75s are pretty solid levels too. So I think that's what we're battling, that as well as that 80 resistance.
Yeah, regardless, this will be the last trade of the day. Definitely pushing a little bit today, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, the LOW is ripping up here.
Well, it isn't looking too good here. We'll need a recovery from here. We'll see what happens.
Pinterest. Pinterest, I think it's a gap fill. Looking at it, it had that big double bottom right there, but it also has like the high from the previous day right around 23, a little bit under 23. So if it breaks under 23, I would look at like 22.95. And then if you're looking at the double bottom, we had one at like 23.10, 23.08. So we're breaking under that. But yeah, watch that 22.95, that 22.92, 22.95 level, because that's the high from the previous day. If you look at it, or that's the big resistance level from yesterday. So like 22.92, 22.95. And that's also right around where the previous closing price is. And so if it's going to bounce there, I think it's going to bounce there. It could also, if it breaks underneath that level might turn into resistance too. But yeah, just a conventional gap fill for that one. But yeah, there's the bounce right there at 22.95, 22.92 maybe. And I mean, I think that's a big support level. Ooh, I just looked the other way. CGC's ripping down as I said that. Again, though, I'm going to let 52 hold for CGC here. Alright, so yeah, there's the test again. Oof, man. I turned the other way. This one's well down. I'm going to let it work for a tad bit longer here, but it looks like I'm going to get stopped out of CGC here. This is that previous low, so I'll let it respect that, but probably about to get out. Alright, I'm out. Just a big squeeze down. I think a lot of people are unloading their positions there with CGC. Just a big candle, worst case scenario there, which is just a huge red candle that ripped under my risk. But no stress. Still pretty small day. We'll see if we can come back. I've been coming back every day right around this time, but I've still probably been losing most days this week after commissions. So we'll see. Not loving it, you know.
Isn't looking good to me either. Looks like it might be a max loss day.
Yeah, it's weird, man. It's like Fridays are usually my worst or my best days according to my stats, and so maybe I should have hung it up, or maybe I should have swung a little bit earlier because I had a bunch of green trades earlier today. And then I took my first big swing with CGC here, and it's a loss, but, you know, we'll see what else we get. I think the SPY's dropping pretty big here, too. SPY's down to 331.20s.
Yep.
But yeah, Gideon, watch that 22.92, 22.95 level for Pinterest, because that's the previous closing price. It's also, there's a double top from yesterday right at that level. And so it might find that level of support, but specifically if it breaks underneath that level, it might turn into pretty solid resistance there as well, because when it breaks under that level, it's essentially going from green to red, because it's breaking under that previous closing price. And so that is something to watch there. Big drop in the SPY though, and I think that's going to influence
about to get stopped out.
But yeah, the SPY's dropping pretty big, just broke lows of the day, so I think that's going to influence a lot of these as well.
About to get stopped out. 1 more cent. And boom. Just got nailed.
Yeah, I got nailed with CGC too. That one worst case scenario happened. And really, just to review what happened here, guys. Look at the SPY. This is what happened.
Horrible day for me. And look at that recovery too. That's just how it's been today, man. I should have made at least $100 on that CRWD move, but got stopped out by a penny. So really good start of the week, ending with a really bad of the week. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those weeks for me too. I mean, I've ended most of the days up slightly. Like even yesterday, if we look at my trading yesterday, I did come back. I ended up 350, but most of these are losing after commissions too. Like if we look, I kind of battled it back on AMD and MU, but definitely been over trading some and you know, struggling a little bit lately too. But if we look at my overall stats, you know, my stats aren't bad. It's just, you know, some months, some weeks, some days are just gonna suck as a trader, and that's part of it. You know, looking at them, not too bad. You know, of stats here, still running over 50%, which is good. It's just slump lately. Could you say the SPY is ... tanking? I would dare to say that, man. I don't know. George might come in here and yell at me, you know. Honestly, if it was his first time doing that, like, I've watched George, I kind of look, people that are just negative, that don't ever say anything positive, I kind of just look them up to see if they ever say anything positive, right? And George is one of those dudes that has never said anything positive, you know what I mean? He's one of those guys that are probably just waiting to criticize, and they're out there, man, they're out there, you know. But dare I say ... tanking? I don't know, man. I'd watch those words, Vinny. I'd be careful saying tanking, man. You know, you might get yelled at, sir. AMD might bounce, though. We'll see. If I do trade today, guys, like I said, I'm probably going to trade off stream because less pressure, less stress, and easier to kind of get into the zone when I'm off stream. If I do trade, I'll record it and, you know, maybe post a video on that this weekend. But yeah. Hit the like button to show appreciation for what these guys do for the community. Hey, we appreciate it. Yeah, hit the like button, team, if you haven't. Click the bell. Look, I'll make y'all a deal. If we can get over 100 likes, my next trade, just my next trade, I'll do it on stream. Win or lose, I'll do my next trade on stream. If we get over 100 likes, I'll do it. We got 5 minutes, you know. So if y'all want to see my next trade, hit the like button. If not, I'll probably close it down and try to trade by myself. We'll see. PCG is eating me up all day. Yeah, PCG.
I want to take CRWD, but I've lost way too much in the account today. Can't do it.
I'm still watching AMD. PCG, the volume has died down substantially from when it used to kind of trade. We'll see, but AMD, I'm not hating. I like AMD because you can risk off of 50-14. Maybe I'll consider that bounce play. We're up to 51, 53. Like I said, we get up to 100 likes. In 5 minutes, I'll do it. If not, I'm going to close it down, team. But yeah, guys, if y'all want to use the same platform as us, I'll hit this link. I'll post this link again. You know, it's one of the cheapest ways I think new traders can get around the PDT, in all honesty. You know, you can day trade short once you're approved. You basically become a contractor for them once you are approved. And it's $3.99. Technically, it's an educational package, really. And comes with the course, a demo account, chat room access. And then you become a contractor for them, and it really operates similar to a prop firm. And so there's a $700 max loss, and there's a profit split. But again, for $3.99, you're essentially getting to day trade $14,000 in buying power with no PDT rule and shorting ability. You know, LIZI was a new stock that IPO'd today, and it's actually shortable on TAPS. So I could actually short as many shares as I want right now on LIZI on TAPS. And so I think that's a huge benefit. And it's just a much cheaper way for new traders specifically to get involved and started in the market. And so there's the link if y'all want to use the same platform as us. What, Jonathan? I can't. What are you saying, bro? Tesla dropping down too.
All right, guys. Looks like this is going to be it for me today. Like always, guys, you guys can stay with us on the Discord throughout the weekend. If you guys want to talk stocks, definitely get on the Discord. That's how you can keep up with us on the weekends. That's going to do it for me today. Rough day. Max loss, but that's how it is sometimes. When your focus isn't there, you're probably not going to do the best. You got to know when to hold it and know when to fold it. Today was definitely one of those days where probably should have just called it a day, but came back, pushed it. And that's how it is in trading.
Yep. That's how it goes sometimes, brother. All right, bro. just started watching this week and gained so much in a couple days. Hey, brother, happy to help, man. Yeah, we try to help, and you know, we're here, and you know, we just try to day trade live. We are not experts here. We are not gurus, and I think that's what a lot of people act like we are, but we're really not, and we're just learning ourselves, team. We're just working and growing and trying to learn ourselves as well. And you know, sometimes we do well, sometimes we don't, and that's part of it. Yeah, that's what I'm watching specifically here. Is well, if I got an AMD, I would use 5009 as my risk right here. LIZI, Wilton, is what I'm talking about. LIZI today is a recent IPO. Alright guys, we got 70 likes, but it's not that 100, so I'll probably trade off stream. What's up, Calvin? Yeah, I'll probably end up rolling out BBBY. Like I said though, even if I don't take this next trade off stream or on stream, I'll just record it and post it about it. Illuminati? Yeah, we are the Illuminati, bro. You didn't know? You know? That's us, man. You know? Obviously, we're the Illuminati, bro. You know? Naturally. I mean, of course. It should be pretty self-evident, I think, that we're definitely the Illuminati. So, yeah. 100%. Can't agree more. You know? Snap level 2, though. What's up, King? Level 2, huge order on 1905. Actually, the float's pretty big. 1905, big order there on the ask price. You know, if we look at the level 2, or the time it sales, look at the big orders coming in. Not really any huge orders, but, you know, stacked up. I like the time it sales a little bit more. Biggest order right now is at right around 1905 with a roughly 10,000 order share order. 1902 has a big buy order, so maybe look for some support at 1902 right here for Snap. All right, we're at 78 likes. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, I'll go ahead and try AMD one more time here, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, I'm in with 500 shares of AMD. Wish me luck. Like I said, probably going to risk off of this 20 level. We'll see if that works out. Got to be careful with the market, though. I know it. Yeah, obviously we're the Illuminati, bros. Come on now, man. You know? I was going to start a new channel. It was going to be called the Illuminati Bros. You know what I mean? And that's what we're about, you know? It was going to be called the Illuminati Bros. You know? Bringing hip, making the Illuminati hip. It's going to be our phrase, our catchphrase, you know? You know us. What's up, Ace? I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. We get up to 32. I'm gonna take half. Maybe am I getting greedy here though? Yeah, I'll take half. Alright, took half off there. 20. Alright, we're getting a nice little rip up. I'm gonna go ahead and take another half off here. I'll take that. All right, we're getting a nice little rip up here again. Up to 42s. $43s. $44s. $45s. I'm gonna let this work a little bit longer, see if we get a breakout of this high here, and then maybe I can sell into it with the 46, 47s, 48s. Yeah, I'm gonna take another half off there. Gonna let this last little bit work, so just give me a second. I'll be right back. But yeah, just gonna let this last little bit work, see if we get a break of the $0.50 up there at 50.50. Yeah, sorry guys. You try to beg people for money in the stream, you're gonna get banned. And so sorry, man, but yeah, you can't do that here, bro. You know, I don't want to hear the sob story. You know, you could be the king of England. You know, you could. There's a lot of Nigerian princes and emails that say, "Oh, just help me get this money out." So yeah, we're not gonna do that here. Sorry, bro. We're not gonna beg people for money. Doesn't matter if you say sorry. It ain't gonna happen here. But yeah, here's a nice win for AMD. I'm just gonna let this last little 75 shares work. Oh, I only have 50 shares. Interesting. Is that true? Yeah, I guess I only have 50 shares. I guess my math was kind of off. We're running into some $half resistance here. We'll see what happens. Yeah. I'm the queen of England. Send me 100 shares of AMD. No. Not doing it. Sorry, bro. You know. Yeah. I don't know. But honestly, dude, we get so many scams, bro. We had a dude in the Discord that was trying to sell bootleg copies of Warrior Trading and all the gurus videos. He was trying to sell bootleg copies. He was like, hey, he was spam messaging everybody trying to sell $35 a lesson. Bootleg copies of the Warrior Trading and all of their businesses. And then he straight up lied to my face about it, but I got spies everywhere. Somebody was like, hey, this dude's trying to sell this stuff, and I had to ban him, man. But we get people constantly trying to spam in the chat, trying to take advantage. Hey, I really need this money, just try to take advantage of all the people we have, and I gotta bring the hammer out sometimes. Oh, yeah. And Lamont, I'm sure you're not the same guy that I just banned. I'm sure you're not. I'm sure you're a completely different person, too. And like I said, I'm the Illuminati, so I know these things. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I'm sure you're a completely different person, I know, but he can come to the chat room every day, but when he starts asking people to PayPal him money in the chat, he has to know he's going to get banned, man. He has to know. Honestly, I think it's even against the YouTube rules. Like, I don't think he's even allowed to do that. And so me as a channel founder and creator, I can't allow him to do it. And so I'm sorry. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. I mean, he could come here every day. That's great. But like when he starts asking people to PayPal him money in my chat room, I have to ban him. I have no other option. Just to get serious real quick. I know I've been kind of joking around. He could be serious, but I have to ban him. I have to. Like I said, I think I'm pretty sure it's against the community guidelines for coming in chats begging for money. And so again, it's not that I believe him or don't believe him. It's that I can't allow him to do that here. And so sorry, bro. Alright guys, AMD, I'm letting it test these highs. Really, I'd like to see if it holds support here, and that'll probably be my risk. Why do false fake breakouts happen? Technically, scalpers a lot of the time, profit taking. Somebody's holding a big position, trying to get a few cents, and whenever it does break out, they take profits immediately into that strength, and them selling that many shares squeezes the stock down, causes more people to start selling their position, which ultimately squeezes the stock down more and more and causes these false breakouts is really why it happens a lot of the time. So just profit taking, sometimes from larger positions. Yeah, 100%. Sometimes the right moves. There's a very famous quote. I have to think of who it's from, but it goes something like, I might butcher the quote, but it goes something like, money is not made in the trading. It's made in the waiting for the trade, basically. You know, like that's when the real money is made, is by waiting, not trading. That's when the real money is made. And so yeah, that's probably what I should focus on doing, but yeah. You know, I think I've had more green trades than I had red today. Just bad risk reward, I guess. Hey, see you, Sam. Hey, appreciate the sub, Kelly. Welcome to the team. Appreciate the sub. What's up? Like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every weekday morning right here on YouTube. And so hit that sub button if you haven't already. We do this live for free every day, showing you guys all aspects of our trading. And so if you want to help support what we do here, all of our free content, hit that subscribe button, guys. Click the bell, turn on notifications. We do this live for free every single day on YouTube. Yeah, 100%. went yesterday, right? Alright, yeah, I'll go with you. Here, I'm not muted. Alright, I'm probably about to get out here. We're getting squeezed down. But not a bad trade. I'll take it. Made about 50, 60 bucks on it. 50 bucks, actually. Like 45, it looks like. Yeah, I'm unmuted now. Yeah, I was talking to my wife. That's why I was muted. Yeah, I was talking to my wife. Is what it was. But yeah, just here, go get ready. It's fine. Huh? Yeah, I was sorry, guys. I was talking to my wife. Yeah, I'm just hanging out in AMD. I'll look for some other trades to get into if we could find some. I don't hate AMD, but I didn't mind Tesla there either. I'm gonna add 50 shares of this just to keep it in 100, and then I'm gonna risk off of this 40 level. So I'm risking like $5 is what I'd like to do here with this one. Keep it pretty small. I'm doing this just in case it does break out, because it did build up a lot of support right here specifically. So we're gonna see if we can get that to work. Alright, see you, Calvin. All right, so this is a little bit better. I'm in with 100 shares now. We'll see if we can break this level here. I could probably take profits again if I really wanted to. Just kind of scale out of the rest. I think I'll probably allow it to just work here and see if we get a break of the 50-50 level. If you guys see any bounce or fade setups, let me know. Yeah, see, Gideon, that Pinterest level's still holding right there at like 92, 95. It broke under it for a second, but that level's still kind of holding. And the reason so is because that's the previous closing price for the most part. And so that's just a big level right there at 95, 92, 95 or so. It's also the whole dollar. It's also the low of the day roughly. So I think that's an interesting level for Pinterest, PINS. Yeah, I mean, it's just a small risk. We'll probably exit here. Let's get the break. Let's get the break. It's the high of the day, so it might not break. Yeah, it didn't. Unfortunate. We let it try, and we gave it our shot there. I'm watching it. I mean, my hand's over the cover button. I don't necessarily want to get squeezed down too much here. I don't like that double top either. I think that shows a lot of weakness. Now that it has that double top at the $0.50 at 50-50. I was very close to taking that 50 shares back off again, but I just decided to leave it, and maybe that was my mistake. But it's fine. We're gonna let it work. I think so. Hey Jay, have a good day, brother. Yeah, I think it's a Hanes shirt, Jonathan. Great minds think alike, bro. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Robinhood works in Canada. No, I'm not Canadian. My stepdad's Canadian, but I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Alright, well, we're back at the top of the range here. I'm just going to get out half there again, just in case it falls down so I can be safe, and if it breaks out, that's fine too. I'm looking for some other trades. I just don't see much. Tesla maybe, but it's kind of sideways for me. Also, guys, you can become a channel member of ours. It's super cheap. It's $4.99. You get access to exclusive content that we put out. We are not experts, though. We're not gurus. Most of the time, our member content is going to be like the best strategies that have worked for us this past month or week, and that's what we'll try to go over in our exclusive perks for our members. You also get access to the dope John, Mitch, and Carol emojis. And so if y'all want to check it out, there's those links. Yeah, maybe that's true, Colin. So yeah, become a channel member. You can see Nightbot posted about it in the chat if y'all want to help support our free content here. Tesla did fade down. Maybe I should have taken that, but SQ is dead to me. Yeah, the only thing I look at Eros for is put options. And they do have put options. I don't know. Nah, you're good, Jonathan. Hope you feel better, brother. Hope you feel better, man. Remember, guys, to hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free right here on YouTube every weekday morning. So hit that sub button if you haven't already. We're going to try to break 17,000 subscribers within the rest of this month. And so we hope you'll consider joining our team here, hitting that subscribe button. If you click the bell, you also get a notification. We go live every single weekday morning for free. Shout out to Spit. Appreciate the sub, brother. As I say that, shout out to my man Spit with the sub. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the sub, man. Kind of want to add another 50 shares back to this one. Alright, I might just set a stop loss, guys, and mess with this one later. Kind of boring. Made my money with it already. Interesting day, break-even day. I'll take it. I mean, break-even's better than big losses, so we'll see what happens with the rest of this. I'm just going to set a stop loss for under this level at like 38 or so. So yeah, guys, if you want to use the same platform as us, like I said, I'll post this link. A lot of benefits to using them. Great way to help support Mitch and I here at this channel. And like I said, their base package, you get 14,000 in buying power. There's no PDT rule once you're approved. You basically turn into a contractor for them, and that's actually how they get around the PDT rule. Is you're a private contractor, and that's how you're basically trading their accounts for them as a contractor, and that's how they do it. And so yeah, if you want to help support us, base package 14,000 in buying power. There's a $700 max loss, but you're paying $399, and so it's a pretty good risk reward deal, I think. Comes with, of course, a demo account and chat room access, and it's a great way to help support us. It's one of the cheapest ways that you can short stocks and day trade with no PDT. And like I said, 14,000 in buying power is not a small account, so you get to trade a solid amount of buying power for pretty cheap, especially if you're a new trader. It's just the cheapest way to get started, in my opinion. And so there's the link if you want to check it out. It's $3.99. You can use the same platform as us. R. Smith said, "What's the difference between subscribed and join?" I'm already subscribed. Join is actually like it's $4.99 a month to join. You'll get a few exclusive videos a month, mostly talking about like our stats, or like we review the patterns and strategies that have worked best for us each month. Just a few member perks, but you know, it's just a good way to help support our free content. This live stream, our weekend videos are always going to be free, and so it's just a good way to help support us if you want to. You also get access, probably the coolest thing, you get these coveted John, Mitch, and Carol emojis. You know, so check those out. But yeah, you just click the join button. It's $3.99, or it's $4.99 actually. But yeah, you know, you get a few member perks, but it's just it's basically, if you want to help support what we do here, it's a good way. Also, guys, you can check out Trade Ideas, which, in my opinion, are the best scanners in trading. Super customizable, allow you to do a lot of different stuff. And if you're a good enough trader, they can essentially pay for themselves. I think they're super real-time, up-to-date, and really dynamic. Like, you can build different strategies around the scans. And I've been using them for a year or so now, and they've definitely improved my trading, I would say. And so I'll post this link. You can also get 15% off if you use our promo code BT15. You get 15% off if you want to check that out. And so there's the link to that. But yeah, we'll see what the rest of the day goes. Not a bad little rebound. I was down $60, up $30 at one point. Maybe I should have hung it up, but yeah, just kind of one of those weeks where I haven't taken any huge swings necessarily. I've ended most days up in gross profit. I think every day except for today, actually, I ended up in gross profit. And so, you know, it's one of those weeks where up in gross, down in net, because I've been over trading some. So it is what it is. We'll see how next week goes. We'll see if I can bounce back a little bit here, and should be fun. But yeah, guys, let's bring that like count up to over 100. We got 90 likes. Let's try to bring that up to over 100 if we can before I sign off. And yeah, be on the lookout for a few videos each week, and members and non-members, we should put a few videos out for each of you this weekend. And so hit that like button, team. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. You know, we do this live for free, and yeah, we appreciate all the love and support, team. Been a fun week, regardless of how my results have been. And yeah, good. Yeah, guys, good luck. Have a good day. We'll see you all this weekend for our videos. And thanks for watching, team. Like I said, I got a stop loss set at like 38. And so we'll see how that goes. Also, you can go check out our website. We've got a lot of great free content on our website, breaking down the strategies, patterns we use, you know, kind of how we calculate risk reward. A lot of cool free content. And so if you want to check that out, I'll post this link real quick as well. And that's your goal is, I like that goal, Adam. And I think as new traders, you need to be worried about getting into good trades, not being super profitable, because you got to condition your emotions to make the right decisions, and that takes time. Well, what I mean is that we don't charge for this live stream. Listen, YouTube unlocked channel memberships, and so yeah, it's $4.99 a month. We still put out weekly videos, but yeah, I don't think using channel memberships because YouTube unlocked us counts me as a guru. I don't sell a course, you guys. I'm not selling anything, and honestly, I've never heard you say anything before it's time, Tom. So I think you should be a little understanding about that. Like, even when I plug the memberships, I always say we're still going to keep everything free. You know, we might put out like a video a month just as an added perk to our members. But yeah, relating me to a guru because YouTube unlocked channel memberships, I think is being a little desperate, brother. So yeah, everybody have a good weekend. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. I don't think he knows what a guru is. I think, like I said, you got certain people here that they don't ever say anything positive, and they're just waiting to criticize, because most of the time, like I said, they're insecure about whatever. And so, you know, it is what it is. It's part of growing a large YouTube channel. So have a good weekend, team. We'll see you all. We'll put out a few videos. Like I said, we're gonna put out some public videos this weekend as well. And so be on the lookout for those. If you want to help support our free content, you can become a member. But yeah, have a good team. Have a good day, guys. We'll see you all a little bit later. Have a good weekend, team.